For the first time, I fought to control that side of myself in ways that I never did before. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning back in. If you are old, welcome back, and thank you so much for returning. I really do appreciate you. If you are new, hey girl, but wait, do me a favor. Don't forget to hit that button and say subscribe. Don't forget to turn on your post notifications so that you can hear a ding every time that I upload. Don't forget to like and comment and share this on your social media with friends, family, and foe. So with that being out of the way, guys, I am super excited. You seen what the title is. I did not get to close out March. I was super busy. I didn't get to do it. So I am uber excited, honestly, no for real, to close out April with you guys and into May with you. And today we gonna be drinking this Grey Goose. I'm more of a like brown girl. I don't really mess with white liquor because white liquor will have you out there and she don't be trying to be out there. But no one is carrying my Hennessy VSOP or my Douce at the moment. Y'all know if we're gonna close out, we always gotta sip. So I just went ahead and brought this. This is not my first time having Grey Goose. It's just my first time in a long time. I actually like the cherry one, but they didn't have any flavors. They only had the original. So that's what we'll be sipping on today. What's she giving, y'all? I've been waiting to ask y'all, what's she giving? Because normally y'all know I wet her. I really didn't feel like it today. Is she giving Diana Ross? Is she giving Humidity? What is she giving? Then I said, oh my God, guess what? Oh, I could have did a cute little pony like that. Too late, I'm here now. Yeah, I wanted to know what she was giving. So because I'm super excited and so ready to get into closing up April so we can talk about it, let's go ahead. Because we missed each other last month, we're gonna go ahead and take a shot. This is one of the shot glasses that I got when I went to Myrtle Beach. I will link that in so that you guys can go watch that. This is a pretty hefty, this is a shot, but yeah, we won't be taking the whole glass is what I'm trying to get to. The responsible adult that I am, we gonna pour half a shot because y'all know we gonna make a drink. I swear, every time I get on here, the bottle is never gonna open for me. I might as well just stop touching the top of the bottle without a napkin because it appears that I always need it. Oh my God, y'all, I'm so stupid. All right, so if y'all can't tell, I haven't had a drink in a long time. And I'm kind of feeling right now like an addict. This is really, not really embarrassing. I am who I am, but I'm too weak. I know, y'all. I'm excited too, I know, but all right. There we go. Now she went. I really can't get this open. Because sis came equipped. You see? And we're going to talk about the universe protecting you guys. Now we should literally just surrender and give it to the universe and realize that the more that we flow with the universe, life will be better. I got a story time for y'all. This is clearly the universe trying to tell me that I don't need this white liquor. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to be back when I get this bottle open because I cannot. Finally, I got she open. I wanted to share that with y'all. Yeah, I know. I'm still working. These Winnells, y'all know. If you didn't know, now you know. Your camera's open. We're going to go ahead and take a half a shot, y'all. So, before you start drinking, real pro tip, always hydrate. Always eat and hydrate. You won't be out there on the corner throwing up. You'll be good and you'll be able to drink longer because you already took care of your body. Message, cheers. Nah, that's just not gonna work for me. Get our little vibe going. We're about to release those energies. We're about to welcome new energies, and we're just about to vent about how I'm feeling, y'all. That's what we're gonna do. Finally, I'm ready. All right, guys, so yes, April. What was April for me? A very teaching month for me. I feel like I was taught a lot of lessons, a lot of personal lessons. I chose to release and allow the universe to carry me in a way that I never did. I'm always a person that likes to keep control, you know what I'm saying? I will release control, but never without having majority of the control. I have 70% of the control and I'll let whatever person or whatever have 30%. This time I finally released a little bit more. I flipped the 70-30. I allowed the universe to have 70% while I took 30 and tried to lean more on the trusting of the universe than me just saying, I don't really know you like that. The universe really is saying, here, take this, eat this, digest this, and then use it to your advantage to see how you can benefit, as opposed to always feeling like you're losing more. I had days where I just was just not in the mood. My meh days. I always have my meh days. I did some traveling in April, so that was really fun. I got to go hang out with my grandfather for a weekend, and I loved hanging out with him, because hanging out with your grandparents, you get to hear their stories, which gives you history. You get to see where you came from. It's because of what they've been through that you can now stand where you are. Plus, he's a Taurus, so happy Taurus season. I love me Tauruses. Hanging out with him is always a fantastic time. Like, he's a jokester, a truth teller. He is a storyteller. He's always going to give it to you exactly how it's presented. And y'all know all about authenticity and honesty. So, I had a great time with my grandfather. Also, we went to one of my aunt's birthday party, and it was really cool because always living up north, I didn't really have the chance to hang around my family that lives in the south. So finally going and seeing all of them, it was really cool to see, like, wow, okay. What's another thing for April that was good for me? Oh, this one is so, love it. When I say it's really good, with that perfect amount of Grey Goose that I put in there. So we're going to get through this. Yes. All right. So another great thing for me that was a super high moment was I got to connect back with my heartbeat. My heartbeat is my aunt. She is 4 years older than me. We have this crazy, awesome connection. Like, literally, she lives on the West Coast. I live on the East Coast, but our connection is so strong. It is so authentic. It's just a bond that people will call soulmates. Instead of saying soulmates, instead of saying best friends, close friends, or anything like that, we literally gave each other the nickname Heartbeat. And it stuck. It's been like that for years now. We recently reconnected. And it's just been like perfect fireworks. Whatever my energy is feeling, normally her energy is feeling. It's an awesome bi-coastal relationship, but the energy is so strong that we feel like we live in each other's states. So, hi Heartbeat, love you. So that's a definite like high moment. We have been talking, but there's nothing like getting on the phone and speaking to one of your like good homegirls. Like, that conversation can go for hours. So I was super happy about that. It's another thing that was really great for me in April. It's not another great thing, but it is another thing. Totally sucked on YouTube this month. And if you guys relate or disagree, feel free to leave a comment below. But I did not push out as many videos as I needed to. But I do truly, that's why I'm saying I really do appreciate my supporters. I really do appreciate my subscribers, because I'm working on consistency. We talked about that before, and I was super consistent in like February, right? I think I had a really good month, and maybe in March I had a good month as well. But when April came, it was like, where you at? And I was like, girl, I don't know. I'm trying to find myself. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe I wasn't able to focus on YouTube so much this month because it was more of a internal month for me. And you know what? Y'all love me. And if y'all hear from me, y'all would applaud me in that. In order for me to keep pushing my videos out, I have to be in a place that is safe and healthy for me. If I'm not in a healthy space, then these videos, they not gonna matter. Who wants to come watch somebody that is a pessimistic? No one wants to be around someone that's like that. So even though we have hard days, I would prefer someone being authentic with me and saying, listen, it was a hard month for me. Maybe I wasn't in a good place emotionally or mentally or what have you, versus coming on here and just saying life sucks, I'm never gonna be this. No one wants to hear that. I don't want to hear that. But at the same time, in the same breath, I will be honest and say YouTubers are people as well, obviously. So we all deal with things in our own way. Some people, when they're going through things, come on here and cry. Some people go away. Some people tell you a backstory once they got over it. Like, everyone handles what they handle in their struggles in their own way. And my way to handle it is, if I'm going through something and the emotion like strikes me in the moment, I don't mind crying. But to come on here like OD, yeah, I'm not really there yet. With that being said, I loved it because I gained a lot of knowledge about myself, guys. Vulnerable moment. So I've always been a reactionary type girl. You do something, you say something that I don't really think makes sense, I'm gonna say something to you. Some people call it loudmouth, some people call it over opinionated. I don't really care what you call it. That's just always been a part of my personality. However, as you get older, if you're trying to ascend, you start to shed things that you realize are no longer feeding you but starving you. You begin to do the adult things, the responsible things, and start to shed certain habits that you know are no longer good for you. And let me tell you, whether it is a habit that is horrible or whether it is a habit that is good, habits are hard to change. If it's something that you are used to doing, if it is your routine, you're going to continue doing it. So with me always being a reactionary person, I don't really care to dial back. I don't really care to shut this. I don't really care to. But as I'm getting older, for my own sanity and my own peace of mind, hear me now, hear me good. I am realizing that that is just not something that I can carry with me anymore. It does not mean that I will stop my opinions. It just means that I will be more selective. I will not care to react to every single thing that happens. My heartbeat told me this thing, a quote. We send quotes to each other often, but the quote says something like, do not choose to fight battles that you know you can't win. Come on now. Thank you, heartbeat. Come on. And the other saying is also pick your battles, right? Choose your battles wisely. So with that, I'm understanding that that's just not my battle anymore. I had to grow up. Like, I grew up in New York where if you don't speak up, come on. If you are from New York or you've been to New York, then I'm sure you guys understand exactly where I'm coming from. Me growing up having to have that type of armor, you must understand that only now, as I start to see things different and my perception changes, I notice now and I know now that I no longer need said armor to walk. However, I'm always going to protect myself. But again, I'm going to choose wisely in which battles I fight. My battles that I fight, I know I'm going to win. I win most of them. But that's the thing. If I'm fighting every battle out here trying to win, what else will I have left? I will have defeated my own self because I would have given out all my energy. Well, come on now. If you're going to speak, you better speak. Exactly. So that's why I feel like April was such a teaching month for me. April taught me so much about myself because there was a moment and there were situations where I probably would have reacted the same way that I always did. But for the first time, I fought to control that side of myself in ways that I never did before. And in fighting to control that side of myself, I realized how motherfucking hard it was to contain her. That's a big beast. Guys, have you ever tried to control yourself in a way that you just never wanted to? Not that you couldn't, but you just never tried. When I tell y'all, let me tell y'all something. This is for real. When I tell y'all I was in the corner of my bedroom, crying, yelling, shaking, okay? I was trying to control myself and not react in a way that I would normally would. That's when I realized how much power that side had over me. And we all been through this growing pains. You know how that feels when you in this tug of war and you know that you want to grow up, but that side of you is not fully developed. Yet you know you don't want to be, I wouldn't say the immature side, I would say the old side, the less knowledgeable side, the less wise side. It's not really good to categorize yourself and use words as good or bad. We should really try to change that and more so say, develop, underdeveloped, or learning, unlearned. The words we use really matter. They really play a major role in how we feel about ourselves. I won't say the bad side of myself. I'll say the side of myself that was trying to grow up. Apparently, I'm trying to get to this side where I've grown. Listen, that's a challenge. I challenge you guys one day in May, whatever day, whatever time, whatever situation, to try to control yourself and make yourself act in a way that you've never had to act. I don't care if it's something as simple as you think not sending a petty text message to somebody that you normally would have to have the last word. Try to control yourself and see how hard it is to have that control over yourself to not send that petty text message. Or on vice versa, if you're so used to always being the one to say sorry when someone else has done something to you, and you're not necessarily saying sorry because you're sorry, you're saying sorry because you want to keep the peace. See how it feels to not make yourself be the apologetic one in the moment. See how it feels to hold on and just say, I'm not going to say sorry because I wasn't wrong. It's hard, guys. It's hard. Honestly, in that corner, it was one of the hardest moments, but I was proud of myself because I did it for me. I did it to show myself that I could. I did it to show myself that I wanted to. And I also did it because I need to. These are things that I know can no longer follow me. They can no longer come with me. Just like friends, just like relationships, just like housing, just like anything else, you have to shed. You have to shed. You have to shed. So that's my testimony for how good April was to me. Even though I may not have been as accomplished in other tasks that I would have liked to be. We talked about that before. We have to judge ourselves on our energy. That's really what April was for me. In the beginning of April, I was starting to fall back into a dark place. I was starting to take on too much. We had the George Floyd, so we're gonna flow into George Floyd now. So we had the George Floyd trial that started in March, and if you were like me, you were glued to your television screen, okay? These senseless killings, these murders that have happened, they take a toll on you. And especially if you're a Black person, they hurt and they hit a little deeper and a little harder. Watching that trial made me more rageful, anxious. I was taking on emotions and doing things that we carry around on an everyday basis. Yes, we do. But when it's plastered and continue to be pumped in your face like that, you don't realize the trauma and the PTSD that you're really feeling inside. Watching it every day and seeing it every day. And guys, when I tell you I was watching it, I was watching it. If I was at my mama's house, she was turning it on. If I was at my granddaddy's house, he was turning. Everybody was watching it. So watching that and hearing the testimonies and hearing what the defense was using as their defense, it was a lot. And I think I put myself into this emotional, I don't want to say coma, but blanket. Maybe I wrapped myself up and I was too emotional, and that started to make me do what? Snap. Everything was rage. Everything was snap. I was submerged. There were days before I started even like having a drink of water or like breakfast, I was turning on the trial. Like I was submerged and I was watching that trial on every television in my house, and I was not turning it off until they said, okay, we are adjourned for the day. You might as well have said I was in the court. That's how submerged I was in trial, and that's too much. You lose yourself to that. If you don't have a good support system, or if you're not able to pull yourself up, man, you'll lose yourself in that. I think that really had me in days where I was just snapping. And I think the universe seen that so much that towards the end of the month, the universe was like, no, baby girl, this is not okay. I can't let you go on like this. They sent messages, they sent signals, they sent words, they sent whatever they could to reach me, the universe, and started to peel back some of the layers. Finally started to just say, okay, what could I do? You have to say okay. And that's one of the biggest things we have to accept when we get older, that we have to say okay. The more that we don't, it's more like a sledgehammer coming down to you. Do you feel me? Do you feel me? And who wants to be beat on their head like that? I don't. She don't want to be beat. Like, we don't want to talk too much about the George Floyd. It brought up a lot of rage. It brought up a lot of emotions. And however, I am bittersweet about the verdict. But I have a video coming up on that just about George Floyd. So I'm not going to speak too much about that. But that was the part of April. 3 weeks of the trial was in April. Only the last, well, actually it started the 29th of March. So basically, exactly, the whole trial was April, literally. But we'll take a sip for that because we got through that, So I brought new babies. Remember, you are to congratulate yourself on anything you succeed at. So if you are a plant mom, plant dad, plant uncle, whatever you are, if you have pets and they are still alive this month, good job. I brought new plants. I can't wait to show you guys. That's all I'm gonna say. I just brought new plants. I don't want to tell you guys what they are because I just want to do a video about them. Why not? So I brought new plants, and King, you guys know about King. He's still alive, so congratulations to me. I succeeded at that. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I'm starting to feel this drink just a tiny bit because I haven't been drinking, but I'm still good. What's another thing to talk about in April? How are you guys feeling about the vaccine? I want to do a video about this too, but like, how are you guys feeling? Leave a comment below if you've gotten it. Leave a comment below if you're still a little shaky on it. I know we reached some big numbers this month. You know, shout out to Biden, my fellow Scorpion. We reached big numbers. I'm still on the con side. I'm really not pro yet for it, which is why I stay in my house. I don't really go out. I'm not really doing that. So let me know how y'all feel about that. Feeling like yay or nay? since more people have gotten it at this point. Oh my God, guys, how can I forget this? All right, so you guys know we just went through a full moon in Scorpio, right? So there was a Scorpio full moon that was pink. I honestly think that was the biggest breakthrough for me in April. Scorpios are intense, so obviously, you know, we feel everything in that intenseful manner. And that energy was so stuck on leave it in the past and move on, that I feel like that was big, and played a huge role in me finally starting to give a little bit more trust. I feel like she's giving me bush now, guys, so I'm gonna try to hide her for y'all. Let me know how you felt when the Scorpio moon happened. I think it happened 4/20 something, like Monday or Tuesday of this week. So let me know how y'all feel about that. Because I'm on such a positive, optimistic journey in life, I try not to think too much about like woes, you know, that come with living every day. I express them daily, trust me. My neighbors will probably tell you. But in this moment, I really don't have none that I feel is burning on my heart to talk about. Just comment below if you felt any tests, you know, or what type of energy you felt pulling this month. Let me know if you feel you learned anything personally this month. You don't have to be too personal, but what do you feel you gained from this month? And what do you feel maybe you lost? I really can't think of anything that I feel like I lost. As much as my emotions may have been up and down and all over the place, by the end of the month, I kind of learned how to tame them to be more beneficial and help me in my life, you know, navigate. So in this moment, I literally cannot think of anything else. If I do think of anything else, I will either make another video or add it in the description box about how I felt about my April. I'm gonna consider this month a win because I was able to do emotional work that I have needed to do for years. And in my energy each day, I try to grow up as best as I can. I ask you to be nice to yourself, to be kind to yourself, and to be patient with yourself. I'm going to rate this month an 8. I actually did the work this time. I didn't deflect. This time I didn't do that. This time I had no distractions. I had to stay where I was, boxed in that corner. But I came out the corner a better boxer. I hope that you guys had a great month. If you didn't, come talk to me. I'm always here to talk to. If you had a great month, share with me. If you had things that you wish that you would accomplish, share that with me too. I could care less what you guys share with me in the comments. Just talk to me. Let me know if you are relating to these videos. Let me know if these videos are helping you, not helping you. Just comment and let me know how you feel. But I hope that you guys had a great April. I hope that you guys are ready to close the chapter on April and move into May and see what May has in store for us. I'm gonna say cheers. But don't leave, because I'm gonna go ahead and we might as well just open May. Pause the video and go get a pen and piece of paper. Just go ahead and write 5 goals that we want to accomplish. Doesn't matter if your goal is something as simple like every day I will wake up and stretch. Just write down 5 goals with me. So, all right guys, let's write down these 5 goals. Alright guys, so here are my goals. I just wrote them really quick. I'll share them with you guys. So 1 is stretch every morning, exercise. 2 is eat healthier. 3 is get back to journaling. 4 is get back to reading and complete a book. And 5 is plan 5 individual activities outside. That's how simple it is to just write something that you want to speak into existence. Challenge yourself to see how consistent, determined, and dedicated you can be to continue something. This is how I open my month. I sit down and I write down 10 to 15 things that I want to accomplish, realistic things that I want to accomplish. The goal of writing these goals is to just remind yourself to at least attempt and try. I'm wishing everyone new beginnings, new positive energy, happy energy, new prosperity, productivity, self-love, self-esteem, self-confidence, self-acceptance in all forms, speaking into existence, yes, for you guys to have a great May. I just know that this May is going to be a beautiful month for all. So with that, have a great month. Bye. Love you. Thanks for watching.